Assalamu alaikum everyone. I hope you're all doing really well. And sorry it's been so long since I uploaded a video. I've just been sick and busy. So someone asked me to make a video talking about how I teach my son about Islam. So I thought I would do that today. I have a few different things that I do with him. My son is only 2, so he's still really young and he doesn't really understand a lot. So there's not that many things I can do at this point, but I do have a few things that I do with him, so I'll just go through them now. One of the first things is every child loves being read to and hearing stories and things like that. Like no matter what their ages, you can always read to them and they'll understand more the older they get. So I've got some books. Some are not here yet because I just ordered like a couple and they haven't arrived yet, but I have one here to show you. This is just some good night stories from the Quran. See, we have a little bookmark in here because every night I've been reading him 1 or 2 of these stories in here. There's 33 stories. Surprisingly, I'll read this to my son and he will just sit there and listen, and you know, I don't know, maybe he does understand more than I think. I've got another couple of books coming that are more geared towards and I teach a child about like Shia Islam, which I don't know if anyone's really interested in seeing those, considering the comments I get about that, but maybe I'll just show them anyway. I've got another book I just remembered. It's for like an older child, but I think it'll be really handy when he's a bit older. Let me just grab it. Anyways, the book was called Method of Salah or something like that. It was just teaching you how to pray in like a really simple, basic way. And it also explained a lot of like different terms and things like that we use. There are so many Islamic books out there for children. I mean, you can really bond with each child when you sit down and read them a story. It's very calming, it's very relaxing, it's just nice anyway. Next thing, my son loves watching TV just like every child. I know you're meant to limit screen time, but so there's a lot of Islamic children's shows out there. There's a good website, well it's like an app, website, whatever. They have a YouTube channel too, and I watch some of their things that they put up, and they have some children's things as well. I'm just going to do like a screen recording. I'll put it in somewhere here. You will see it when you watch this. Okay.
So here's the website I was just talking about, and this is one of the children's sections they have on here. It's just got lots of different stories, little episodes, different stories on it, and then here is another one, another little section they have here with stories about prophets and things like that. And then it's just got a lot of other things. It's really useful, as you can see. It's got lectures and shows and documentaries and things. So you should just definitely check it out.
Is just trying to use like Islamic terminology in everyday conversation. So for instance, when I put my son to bed, I read him a story and we put him in bed and he has his bottle, and then I will just kind of tell him a little about Allah and just say Allah's watching over you and just that kind of thing. I think all the fear of Allah can be kind of left till he's a little older. Some of the stories in this book like really go into that, and I'm like, okay, I don't want to scare him. Right now, I think when they're young, I just want to get that message across that Allah is loving and He is merciful and He is like watching over us and He hears everything that we think and feel, and there's just always someone there for us. That's kind of the message I want to get across to my son right now while he's so young, and then we can discuss the fear of Allah later. Okay. Usually I'll just recite the adhan like over him, and then I'll just recite a couple of verses I have memorized. It seems to relax him, and sometimes, I don't know why, he will not go to sleep, and then I'll go in there again and I'll just recite it, and then he'll just like go to sleep. Like he'll be so calm. We also do the, what hand am I using? I don't, you know, the, gosh, I cannot pronounce words, like please like forgive me, but you know what I mean, like the counting of the words. Do you know what I'm saying? You can use prayer beads. Do that on his hand, and sometimes he'll just ask me like hand, and then I'll just do it, and it just seems to relax him, and I'll try to get him to say the words after me and things like that. Just little things you can do, like just reminding them before you eat or after you sneeze or whatever, like what do we say, and eventually they pick up on it. One last thing which I am most proud of, I made some calendars and I'm going to insert some footage of them in his room.
So now we're in my son's room, so I'm just going to show you. Up here we have two little calendar kind of things. I made them, and then this is just our regular one. So we've got like the date and the day and then the month, and then here we've got, he can pick out the weather and then what he wants to do today, so it just gives him some, he can just like be involved. Then over here is our Islamic one, and the numbers and the day of the week and all that is in Farsi. That's what he's learning. I mean, he's learning Dari, but I mean, they're the same thing, basically. And then we have the months on the Islamic calendar. So every day we just pick out the date and then like what day of the week it is, and then we'll put our month up there. So you can learn all the months in both calendars. And then over here, blank right now, because obviously nothing really happened today. But we've got something special about today. So say it's an Eid, we'll put that up and what date it is and everything. And then we've got over here what we should be doing on this day. So different activities we can do, that kind of thing. I'll just show you some examples over here. I've got these matched up. So I've just got what that day is, and then just a really brief explanation and what we should be doing on that day. So I've just got a bunch of those. And we can like play other games with these. We can like match them up just to help him learn. I've got this one just with like really brief explanations so that he can understand them. Anyways, you get the idea. There's a bunch there. Yeah, I just tried to put like the most important ones in history. I've got this one here. And then just a few other ones. So yeah, this will just help him to learn and remember things. Those are the calendars that I made. It's really hard to get like religious toys here, especially Islamic ones. So for his Christmas present this year, I got him this Noah's Ark, because obviously we have the story of Noah as well. So I thought I could teach him that story. And we could play with this. It just has the animals inside. And here's Noah. Doesn't have a beard though. Here's his wife. So yeah, that's just another thing, like if you're living in a Western country and it can be really hard to find Islamic toys, or it doesn't have to be like an actual Islamic toy. You can just find things like this. There's lots of Noah's Ark things and things like that, and then you can just use them to help tell the story and help teach. Fix this one back up.
I think that's really all. The only other thing I can say is that children learn from what they see. They mimic what they see. So if you allow them to see you reading Quran, or I mentioned it because my Quran is up there, that was weird, or praying, you let them see that, they'll want to copy you, because children always want to do what their parents are doing, at least when they're younger. And then I think they become teenagers and then they just do their own thing, and that's terrifying. But yeah, I think that's all. There are like a lot of Islamic resources out there. There is like so many toys and games and books and whatever, and I haven't really delved into that quite yet because my son is only 2 and I just haven't really got there yet. But those are just a few things that I do at the moment. Hopefully I will upload more regularly. I just haven't really. I've just been really busy. If you like this, then thumbs up and subscribe. Just leave a comment, and I would love if you guys could suggest some more video ideas to do. Thanks for watching and all that stuff. And you can follow my Instagram. I will link it down below, and check out my other videos if you haven't already. And yeah, I will see you guys later. Bye!